You may be wondering, alright, so I've got a bunch of gold keys. Why do I save these? Vision of Dawn. This is the event that you will use them on. Because you can epic recruit and you're going to get items in return for it. And you really only need up to 30. Okay? And the event doesn't last terribly long and you can go out and hunt monsters. And the basic gist is save your keys and then, basically when you got 30 of them, just go on your way and see what you get. Now, in my case, you notice I've got nearly 500 keys. I've been saving my keys like crazy for a long time. So we'll go ahead and use 10 keys here. And we'll just get some random metals. Now, you might notice, okay, I was getting Alonzo shards and stuff like that. This is only going to be relevant for you if you're like in Gen 6, for example. Gen 5, Gen 6, you'll start getting lower gen in your keys. So this is why it's incredibly important that you save your keys. Because this is something long-term you're going to reward yourself by, because as you might know, getting arena keys or getting Logan keys are kind of hard to come by. Okay, so if, for example, like this video, we're going to just burn all 500 of them just to kind of give you an idea, right? But you can get a lot of these keys that you normally weren't able to get maybe in the past. And you can see here, like there's a Lin shard, so we're running the gambit here and we're just going to go ahead and see what turns up. But I mean, it kind of gives you an idea of what to expect. Like, one of the things that I recommend you guys do is save your gold recruitment keys, because this is basically a great way to get a lot of those generations of heroes that you weren't able to get before. And this is how free-to-play can kind of keep up and continue to play the game. Now, by no means are you going to get enough shards unless you've got a stupid number of keys. Because as you might imagine, for every key, we're only getting so many shards of the heroes that we may even want. And this is where your mythic shards will come into play. So you may wind up using some of these shards later on. If, let's say, you've already got Alonzo maxed out, well, fear not, you can still use those shards later on. The nice thing is that you can basically turn around and use them in Tundra Trading Station and use those for points that you can then use later on down the road anyway. And if anything, it's really good for getting XP, it's good for getting books, and, occasional speed ups and resources from time to time. So, I mean, again, it's one of those things that, if you make a habit of it, it's not going to hurt you to save your keys and wait for Vision of Dawn. Like, genuinely, you could just burn 30 of them at a time. Or, like, in this case, make a YouTube video and burn 500 all at once just for fun, right? But, I mean, it kind of gives you an idea of what to expect. But having said that, right, you also get point chests. And this is where you're going to get even more shards on top of the shards that you've already opened. So, like, there I got a crazy number of Molly shards there. But, once in a while, you might run the gambit and get lucky and have enough for later on. But, again, it's one of those things that I'm not too worried about it, because I'm pretty sure that a lot of these extra shards that I ain't going to use, I'll wind up probably finding some use for them later on anyway. Because Tundra Trading Station will gladly take all of my extra shards that I'm not already using. So, in any case, we'll go ahead and just kind of clear the gambit here, so to speak. Now, of course, we've been doing them 10 at a time. You could, of course, hit use all and just hit confirm. And it takes a little bit of the fun away, but I just thought, well, okay, we'll go ahead and showcase off that. And as you can see, even there, I was able to get some of those extra shards. Now, you can do your normal keys as well. And of course, if you're going to do it, go ahead and, see what you get. I'll go ahead and do all my platinums while I'm at it. But that's kind of the gist on that front. Now, of course, as you pick up a bunch of them, then the game's going to pick up on, hey, you've been burning keys. Here's a pack. Which, conveniently, of course, may be worthwhile for you, may not. But like here, I've got exactly 100 shards. So we actually got Lin perfect, completely all the way. Let's see how many shards we got for, wow, 40 for Greg. Right on the money. Wow. What are the odds of that? Let's take a look at see some of these other heroes. It's like Nora, we didn't really get any shards for her. That's fine. Logan, we got 16 shards. That's not too bad. Amos, we've got 28 shards. And then for Reyna, we got 48 shards. So that wasn't too bad. But again, it's just something that you can turn around and you can use from time to time. It comes in handy once in a while. But again, going back to the events themselves, right? So for Vision of Dawn, of course, you get all your extra loot. You get those fire crystals, and then you can get yourself a little bit of extra bonuses on top of that. And you can basically use it to get all the way to the bottom and get some War Chant custom chests, which is worth its weight in gold. So you always want to make sure you're going out of your way to do that. So here we can do some Polar Tears. So I recommend you just kind of go ahead and rally, set up rally. And I'm not too picky, but you can always also set this to auto join and just let it do that for you for 8 hours. And of course, I'm going around gathering because I still got stuff in my enlistment office, which if you're trying to get your troops out of here, you just need to gather basically to get them out. But yeah, so in short order, that's really why you want to save your gold keys in the late game. And again, part of the reason why that's important though is because like now if I go back and let's say we look at like Mali, for example, I'm gonna have a stupid number of Mali shards. Okay, I've got like 26 right now, but like over time, I'm gonna have a stupid number of Mali shards, and then you can turn around and use those Mali shards on Tundra Trading Station, and that's really kind of the way that gambit works. But again, for a lot of you guys that are just starting out and you're wondering like, where do you get all these heroes? Where does that all come from? The game is very time-based, so as you play the game longer and over a period of several months, you will have access to these heroes. And it's just by generation, so usually, it goes by 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so on. There's not really a whole lot more to say than that. I mean, if you want to know more about it, feel free to go to the Discord and look at the Whiteout Survival Discord if you want to know more. But otherwise, yeah, I just thought I'd go ahead and showcase this for you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.